Vaush is a guy on the internet, a guy we haven't talked about in a while because other things have been happening. Mostly Ethan Klein trying to end his career for some unfucking noble reason. Cocaine. But Vaush has been giving takes in the background, and people have asked me to cover some Vaush stuff. And I don't want to become just a one-trick pony because, please, for his own sake, at some point we all have to hop off of Mr. Blow's wild ride, right, Ethan? Ethan goes to rehab. Fucking. And so, I like to cover other stuff and keep an eye on people and see what they're fucking up to. I have not heard much in the way of Vaush covering this or of Vaush covering the Destiny stuff, and I think that things might be a little bit worse over in Vaush Town than current estimates rely on. And I also do not hear a lot from him or about him. But we got to keep an eye on the guy because Progressive Victory is trying to come back, which is crazy. So that's one of the biggest reasons we're going to be keeping an eye out for fucking Vaush and for Destiny and stuff going forward. Apparently Progressive Victory, which is a Destiny org or a Destiny relative org and a Vaush relative org that the both of them have been a part of, and they are both sex pests. They both come from the same area, i.e. Destiny's community. And both of them have committed some degree of sex crimes, a series of sex crimes of certain degrees online. So we have to keep an eye on these people because they are going to try to reinsert themselves into leftism the second things like cool down. And you can't let that happen. You got to keep them way out. Because I'm just telling you right now, there's about to be, I think, some serious fucking winds fluttering down the fucking pipeline because of this H3H3 thing. It's way bigger than people have given it credit for by far. Fucking Friendly Jordies is making jokes about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Friendly Jordies is talking shit about H3H3. So the Israel-Palestine as a talking point has moved from 8 months ago-ish, something of a pariah conversation. Even I wasn't like hyper about it and all that sort of stuff. But now it's definitely a major fulcrum issue for a majority of people online. It's very hot, and it has a very, very obvious correct opinion to have about it, which is Israel's doing a genocide and they should fucking stop. Pretty much no matter what. And that's a big dub. Now, as that dub fucking, sort of becomes part of the conversation and is like, we start to, really, Noah Samson kind of hit this on the head where it's the H3H3 industrial complex is starting to start up. Criticisms of major creators that have really just fucking made their platforms and themselves completely exposed by basically showing themselves to be a part of the IP thing. And because people are really ready to like attack motherfuckers over it because people are frustrated and fucking everyone hates Donald Trump, it's definitely going to be time to attack on that front. This is the time normally when some asshole like Destiny or Vaush tries to reinsert themselves into the conversation, hoping that they can give enough good takes that people will go, well, I don't like you in the past, but because I haven't been told repeatedly what exactly it is that's weird about you, I'm going to let you in, and then I'm going to start accidentally trying to be supportive of you because you were supportive of me in this one moment. These people will always try to do this shit. Vaush's, Destiny's. I've already heard Destiny trying to chirp in about anything, which is fucking crazy. And understand, if you see a political creator on the internet that's on your side of the fence, being nice to, agreeing with Destiny, or even Destiny makes a video where he agrees with them and promotes it, you need to force that creator to say bad things about Destiny enough that Destiny's community will hate that creator because they'll burn the bridge for him, okay? And you gotta make sure he stays over on fucking pedophile quarantine island with the rest of the fucking poofies. You gotta fucking burn that bridge. So no matter what, put pressure on anyone he's nice to or that is nice to him. Put pressure on them to give him enough criticism that his fans will burn the bridge for him. Because they will. DGG will come out and they'll harass that creator. If you keep up the heat for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, they'll permanently burn the bridge for you. You just have to make sure that you put them in a position where they do that, and then you can isolate him. This is how you actually deal with that, okay? I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag. This is how you deal with it now. I think now is an appropriate time to teach people how to actually destroy someone's career. Every time, if he talks to somebody in politics, if he talks to somebody on the internet, on a podcast, if you see him at a Walmart trying to chat someone up about whether or not they should vote this year, hop on it and just make sure that they know. Share anything about it. Just be like, yeah, hey, did you know this guy fucking... Have you ever seen this clip about him talking about pedophilia? Have you ever seen this clip about him? This? Did you know that he was in a lawsuit? Did you know that he's a victim blamer? Did you know blah, 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 blah? And just make sure you hit that hard enough where his fans can see it and his fans will hear the criticism from that person that he was talking to and attack that person. And then you need to just pour gas on the fire. And that bridge will burn itself. That's how you deal with Destiny. Just hop on it. It's that easy. They can't help themselves. Because that's how Destiny wins, is he motivates his audience and they're on autopilot, so he doesn't actually have to tell them to go do stuff. The cool thing is they're landmines. So it's like when you're playing fucking Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, hey, look, Fallout New Vegas. So you know who I'm talking to, you guys, right? Look, Dog Whistle. He does the same thing to them. Throw a rock into the minefield, and the minefield will blow itself up with whoever's in there, okay? That's all you need to do. Go do that. Make sure. Him, Vaush, anyone that's trying to make any sort of fucking bonds outside of those communities, annihilate that bridge by motivating his audience to attack the person he's trying to be friendly with. It's not hard. Turkey Tom fucking blowjob artist could barely hang in being his like number 3 suck buddy with how fucking mean DGG is. Just make sure it starts so that you can have that bridge burned before Destiny does Destiny shit, i.e. fucks that creator or somehow gets blackmail on them in order to try to keep them fucking loyal, okay? It just, understand, it's a war. You're fighting a war. Make sure to keep that fucking fifth columnist outside of this shit from now on, and we'll be good. Progressive Victory is still around. They are still using money and connections in order to provide high-level political access to bad actors who are not going to use it to do anything good. No matter what you think, you're like, oh, it's going to be voting and we're just going to get people registered to vote. No, stop. There'll be $4,000 spent on trying to get people to vote, and then there'll be another $4,000 spent to fly fucking loaner box Destiny out to some random place so that they can go fucking eat each other's assholes with some third party fucking 20K 5 concurrent streamer chick and go do a bunch of felching, okay, behind a fucking Texas Roadhouse in Ann Arbor, all right? Don't fall for the fucking propaganda. We know how it's going to end. It's a waste of money. Cut it off, and make sure that you hammer this shit too. Don't, just because you're focused on like an H3, Tyler's being nice to Hassan for 5 seconds, the world is at peace in this direction. Don't let yourself get distracted from the continuing issues on the other side, okay? Just make sure that you keep that shit abreast. Always be fucking taking in intel. So anyway, we're gonna be fucking Turkey Tom awfully quiet when USA got cut. Oh my god. But yeah, we're gonna be watching a Vaush video. This is also a request. When you hate women so much that you want to crash the economy, he's running out of pandering to do, which I respect. I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna also be activating Renpai, which I always say wrong because we're gonna be trying to make things too in the background. So I'm gonna be trying to talk while I do stuff. We'll see how effective it is. With less than or more than or something approximating 16 hours on the clock, I'm going to try to make a video game. Mostly, I think I'm just going to be listening to this and drawing. I have no idea how it's going to work, but we'll see. Also, any of my mods, I'm not going to have Discord open. There's literally no room for it. Well, maybe there is. Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to see that. Do I need to see my face? I like my face. Do I need to see my face? I do need to be able to see that. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'll keep open Discord. So I've never turned on Renpai, and you guys are going to be here for that. So we'll be getting all of that going here in just a second as I do things. Stream chat. You guys aren't fucking tagging me in something important, right? Oh, no. I tagged myself because of the way this thing works. Okay, cool. So. Here we are. Oh, that's a bunny cam. That's a bunny cam. That's not. That ain't me. That ain't that guy. That ain't that boy. So here's Renpai while we start this guy.
Can I talk about something that comes across as a little... I feel
okay,
like...
I'm going to go ahead and pause you because what in the fuck is that? What in the... okay, this might have been a bad idea because what in the fuck? What in the fuck is that? It's my... I'm sorry there, sir. You about to be snake handling at the tent revival this weekend? Sir, are you selling 20-cent pocket Bibles in order to afford health care for your children? Vaush looks like a former neo-Nazi that never got rid of any of his tattoos, ass fuck. What in the fuck is that? What? That is the you're not even allowed to wear that where I'm from unless you can hit a full yes, sir. What the hell? What on earth is this man wearing? What on fucking earth is this? Look, he's got the whole tie on. Why are you wearing a tie with the button shirt? The only people that wear ties with a fucking button-down collar, okay, are people that don't know how to dress and pastors that are secretly wearing a fucking short sleeve shirt instead of a long sleeve shirt under their suit jacket. This is the most. Now I'm going to be going around, and if you don't mind just handing over $1 for the Lord's name, $1 for the Lord's name. God bless you. God bless you, Miss Mabel. God bless you. God bless you indeed. I will see you on Saturday. I am looking forward to your cobbler. Now, is there anyone could see themselves fit to just giving me $1 for the hat? $1 for the hat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My man dressed like he got his favorite rattlesnake. That one don't bite me because I treat him right. Vaush dressed like he about to hold his hands up like, now one side of my hand, that says hate. Now this side says love on these. Vaush dressed up in a fucking leaning, safe and secure from all alarm. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Vaush got on that chasing like two little children through the hills of West Virginia and shit, trying to get a fucking $1 million. Vaush looking like he ain't never seen a widow he wouldn't rob. What the fucking shit is this motherfucker? He's short an Opus Dei pin, I think, right at this point. You're like, God damn, son. What in the hell? Motherfucking simple country doctor ass looking motherfucker. Jesus Christ. This hair is crazy too. He looks like he's wearing a fucking headband. I don't know what's going on here. I at this point. God almighty. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I was having fun there. Welcome back to the ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this is the Westside Tyler live stream. I hope you're having a good time. We get into some goofs and gaffs here. We get into some gaffs. Gonna turn on Renpai. I can't fucking help myself. I hit the wrong button again.
Gen Z boss and a mini. Gen Z boss and a mini. Itty bitty titties and a bulb. Itty bitty titties and a bulb. 5'3" and an attitude.
You haven't? Oh, well, here you go.
Secret product in a trench. Secret product in a trench. New friend green and a sneaky link. New friend green and a sneaky link. Fake dead hands in a hoop. Fake dead hands in a hoop.
No, I don't know what he's going to talk about, but I got to say, these are some of the most irritating people in the history of man. This is just God tier. You know what this reminds me of is, well, I can't say the funny part of it, but it's like egg, bacon, sausage, sausage, and then there's a little gay kid at the end of it. He goes, "I'm a gay." He's white. He says, "I'm a gay N-word," and I still take sausage. Every time I see one of these stupid people hanging out in a circle and singing to each other in a fight, whatever, I don't know. I was never the appropriate kind of white for whatever that is. I know I'm a white dude. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I'm one of you. I got some paper plates. Let me in your cookout. But like, whatever the fuck that is, I was not even approximate to it. Even the whitest people I know have never done that. Whatever the fuck that is on camera.
Sadly, yes. Well, maybe because I'm stronger than you, but I'm just happy that they're having a good time. This is a video of some women who work at a small Australian skincare company. It's just them being goofy. There's not really any other context behind it. Maybe they're following some trend, but this video is years old. I've also seen it posted maybe like 500 billion times, almost entirely by men who are very, very, very angry at them. It's difficult. I can't even like sum it up, I guess, without like just assuming that you've probably seen it yourself. But like there is like a category of guy for whom these women are literally everything wrong in the world. I think the impression that they've gotten when they look at this, in addition to the fact that a lot of them just plain don't like women, is that many women occupy a... There is like an economically privileged caste of women who have fake office jobs, who make lots of money doing nothing, and they get to post videos of how they went out like 3 times on their workday to get a like frappuccino or whatever. They don't actually do any work, and that this is everything wrong with the economy. And the thesis that I'm building towards here, that I'm trying to construct, I think a lot of Trump supporters want the tariffs to destroy the economy because they think it'll make it easier for them to rape women. It used to be that...
Oh, what a take! What a take! Oh, thank you, everybody. Mr. Vaush video. What in the fuck? What in the fuck was that? Oh my god, he's trying so hard. He is trying so fucking hard. I think he legitimately thinks he's becoming a CNN anchor for like leftoids.
You didn't have to be a very good guy to get a wife at all, because women could not support themselves unless they were sex workers, or maybe very lucky like heiresses or whatever. But for the most...
He's so conservative. He just goes straight back to the Madonna whore complex. He can't help himself. This is the thing with Vaush. Somebody brought this up. I know what it was. I was watching a fucking Bad Empanada video. Fucking goddamn Bad Empanada. I was watching it. It was Vaush talking to Non-Compete, and it was the Nazis at a point. And obviously that was a clown show shit, but even I was on the like, yeah, okay, I thought that the Jewish bankers did have like disproportionate control of banks. I'd always heard that, and I'd never double checked it. So when he said it, I'd like, yeah, whatever. And then people immediately were like, no, that's just legitimately bullshit. It's not. Like they had about as much control of banks as possible for who they were. It's like almost 1-to-1. Disproportionate would be like most of the banks, very little, like white people in a black neighborhood, the banks there, the disproportionate control is more along the lines. So I'm like, okay, whatever. That's the issue with this guy is he never fucking he never double checks those things that he says. And they go fucking crazy. They go absolutely nuts, the fucking points he makes. And like I just really appreciate it because he says things that are very clearly it's right wingers have a point is really the case. It's like they have a point And we need to stop them because while they're correct, we can't let them succeed, which is like a crazy thing to say when you really think about it. It's actually kind of like a bonkers fucking point to make. And I just appreciate the shit out of it because he just comes off so fucking unhinged.
Like in the 1920s, 1910s, basically.
The point is there were more jobs.
Like before the second, the second wave feminist movement, before like the second women's liberation movement, women were pretty economically dependent on men. To a large extent, they still are because men still do make on average more than women, though that gap is narrowing year over year. And the problem with women not being dependent on men is that as a guy, you have to be like nice to women to get one now. And that's a problem because a lot of guys really, really suck. I make fun of guys a lot on stream. I make fun of women too. I'd like to think I play it pretty even, but I genuinely think that like when it comes to a particular kind of person, that person being like something who offers absolutely nothing to society or to a partner, I think guys have women beat out in numbers, like by quite a bit. There are a lot of guys out there who are just not good at making themselves appealing to people at all. Just very not likable, just like gross on every level. And you all know this if you've ever made yourself available to men in person or on Grindr or on Tinder or on Hinge, you know? Like it doesn't take much, I guess. And this isn't like all men. I'm not saying all men or anything. I'm saying that if you're the kind of person who would see this video and get angry, and that's a category that includes at minimum hundreds of thousands of men, I think you're probably in that category. And I think that a lot of people are looking forward to the tariffs because they think it'll primarily eliminate these women's nothing jobs, so that they are then once again financially dependent on men. Here, I'll read the post now. And I just want you to like really fixate on how much psychosexual, like, I don't know, revulsion is dripping off this. Imagine watching this video as a blue-collar worker coming home to your rented house in a tough neighborhood after being laid off from your factory job because it got shipped to Mexico while you fill out an unemployment benefits form and look for affordable divorce lawyers after your wife said she's leaving and taking the kids and moving them to another state because their school is trying to turn your son into a girl. Meanwhile, you've got another text about a high school classmate dying from a fentanyl overdose. Your truck broke down again, but you can't afford the repair. This sounds like it sucks so far. You can't afford the repairs because the interest rate on your payments is too high, and your parents tell you they can't afford basic groceries on their social security check because of record inflation, and you are wondering if you can send them $200, and you don't want to do it on Venmo because the IRS might audit you again. Just classic IRS blue-collar worker audits. You grab a beer and turn on the TV to try to relax and see a trans TikToker taking a bubble bath with a Bud Light can in their hand while some multimillionaire actress at the Oscars says everything wrong in this country is your fault. This is why they want Trump to tariff the shit out of foreign countries and burn it all down in DC. So this was probably...
Is he just listening? He's just listening to... This is green text posting. I know that this is a tweet, but if you're just listening to that, this is just a green text post. So we're hyper fixating on green text. Dude, you got to get off fucking Twitter. You've really just got to if you're a fucking lefty at all, there is nothing to find out anymore on Twitter. There's no new information to gain. You're either out there because you're fucking in the trenches fighting against people by shit posting, or you're wasting your time trying to be fucking mad and doom scrolling.
Probably constructed via ChatGPT. I'm not trying to make a statement specifically about DC Drano because
I've had this pause button right here that works like this.
Whatever, basically.
I've had this for a year. I programmed this into my Stream Deck when I lived in a different house and I've never used it. And I just remembered I have it. And I can, but look at that. I have a fucking pause button right there. I click the video and fuck up everything all the time. I reach around to like 7 different keyboards and buttons. I'm moving my fucking hands everywhere. I've had this button. I've had this fucking button
I think
for forever. Dude, it's got rewind on it. Indicative
is that this sentence is meant to appeal to this particular kind of guy. Does that make sense? Like, this is rage bait slop that's designed to encapsulate a specific mindset. You know what I mean? And it's the mindset that I'm talking about here, more so than I am like the specific post. This feels like 2022 to me. Yeah, well, here, let's talk about it a bit more from the person whose thread made me want to talk about this, please. There's some interesting online piece of data showing the extent to which it really does seem men think the point of tariffs is to cause economic hardship, specifically for American women. Most of the articles I've read where women business owners are talking about the fear they have to close up shop are besieged with comments like, you should make an OnlyFans or get married. Not to be Freudian about this, but I really do think the sub-rational reason for a lot of this, and why no one can articulate a rational reason, is the fantasy that tariffs will make us go to a land of big beefy white men swinging hammers and steel mills who go home to women who have to make themselves sexually available to men who they wouldn't want to spend time with if they didn't have to for financial reasons. Again, a lot of the male loneliness epidemic is self-selected. I want a woman to have sex with me, but I don't want to treat her well. If only she had to have sex with me for financial reasons. This is the economic version of that. We're going to have to get rid of all these white-collar, global knowledge economy jobs that women succeed in, so they have to settle down with men who, I don't know.
Dude, my man is fucking yammering. I might have to get off of this. It's just like I just realized he's reading. I'm listening to Vaush trying to wait for a Vaush to make a fucking point. He's just raw reading tweets.
Work in sweatshops or something, who shoot deer. We haven't figured that out yet. And I think that's pretty spot on, to be honest. I think that's a pretty bang on analysis of,
I mean, who gives a fuck? Yeah, she's a doctor. Just fucking say, yeah, she's right.
The dynamic, you know? Because have you not seen a lot of that online? A lot of people who are like, okay, we were pretending that Trump was going to make the economy good. We actually always knew he was going to make it bad for everyone, but we don't care anyway because we already weren't getting laid. More or less. I've seen like literally all of them say that. Like every right-wing account
is that me? Do I
has done the like.
Do I have a fucking gigantic noise gate? Or yeah, no, he's got a fucking horrible. Yeah, my gate is off. He has a horrible noise gate on right now. What the fuck is wrong with his goddamn audio? What a beast. What a poltroon. What a maroon.
Well, now that we know this is going to be ruinous for everyone, this is the new argument. And it seems to be the real one, I guess. Just like, I don't know, incoherent, abstract, psychosexual resentment. I must be so far removed from evil that it's hard for me to grasp that some people actually want tariffs to ruin women so they could come in with state-sanctioned rape. I know that's difficult to grasp, but I genuinely think that's probably a better explanation than any kind of like belief that this would improve the economy, which is very easily disproven by looking at the economy. Didn't you push back against takes like this past that men are fully aware of systems of patriarchy and rape culture they benefit from? Oh, sure. The average man, not these guys. The incel community, 100%. Or they might be on the opposite end of that dynamic, right? Where they think that they actually are like the disprivileged class, which, again, we've talked about this before. But basically all conservatives kind of comes down, it all basically boils down to like, we should ruin everything for everyone because I'm not getting laid. So I guess it's just like an extension of that. It's the same with racism, right? Like so much racial animus is made manifest in the form of like resentment towards, in our case, black men's perceived sexual superiority.
You guys can't see the art at all? Well, that's strange. Hold on. That needs to be off. That's not supposed to be Renpy. Krita. Capture method. Windows 10. Oh, okay. All right. For some reason, I don't know why that was the case. It seems to be active now. Whatever the capture method was incorrect.
Did you know that in Korea and in China, they both have massive incel communities that say the same things about black men, even though there are like no black people in either country? There are like no black people in South Korea. But the idea of like...
I feel like there's a bunch on the military base. Vaush is crazy because I'll like... You stop paying attention to Vaush for a second, and you just hear like the most racist fucking opinions. I know it's like I don't know why it feels like that. I don't know what's wrong with him. But it's like It's like he's trying to flank the right from the right. I don't know I don't know how to put this into perspective. That needed to be, what is the point of that point? Maybe I just need to pay more attention.
Like big,
Where the fuck does that
monstrous,
come from?
sexually virile, big-dicked black men their women is
Oh, brother! This guy stinks! Let me try one more. Oh, brother! This guy stinks! What in the fuck?
Hey, that guy does it though. Hi, little dude. Checker. Are you asleep? Drooling. 2 seconds of checkers can be just fucking.
Oh my god.
really prominent over there. And it's like, dude, leaving aside like the whole everything, you literally like don't have black people in your country. What the where are you getting this from? And it's like a psychosexual disease that's transmitted through the internet. Like they got it from us. They got it from us. Like they look at our internet and they get
I have never heard of somebody getting the bigotry of low expectations. Bigotry. Poor bigotry. The South Korean is not adept in. They're a simple, kind, and well-meaning people. My man, fucking Vaush just noble savaged South Korea, which is the whitest possible thing I think I've ever heard of somebody doing in my life. He noble savaged
the
South
same
Korea.
disease. It's like a mimetic virus. It's
oh
crazy.
my god, you
I
have
don't
the
know,
South
man.
Koreans. You
Doesn't
have no
help that
ability.
porn
You
is
have
super
no, you have
racist.
no
Yeah, but who
control
made
over your
porn
lives.
racist, right? Like it's again, none of this comes from nowhere. It's not like a coincidence or whatever. The Jews is what they'd say. They'd probably blame the Jews, yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's just very I've seen this video so many goddamn times and people get so mad at it every time. And it's just like it's nothing. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. I don't even understand the actual video. It's just them being goofy. I don't think there's anything to understand. There's not any underlying meaning to it. Whatever you see when you watch it is what other people see when they watch it. You're not missing out on any context. I can't tell you how many like times I've seen that video in like a 60K like tweet from a guy saying like, you know, this or tariffs. I choose the tariffs. What are you talking about, man? They just hate women. It's been known to happen, yeah. Do they hate women that much? Yes. Have you seen the way they talk about women? I don't think they hide it. I don't even think they try to hide it at all. I really do think that like a lot of what we're dealing with right now is just a consequence of the fact that it used to be that you didn't have to try to get a wife and now you have to try. And I don't know, man. There's a lot of guys out there who don't put any effort in at all. And I'm not talking about clothes or appearance or anything. I'm talking like holistically in their life. Like they make no effort whatsoever to be desirable people. And there are women who are like that, sure. And those women tend to be treated quite poorly by society. Like people don't tend to think very much of them. And there are guys who do that. And they may or may not be like poorly regarded, but for the most part, I don't think women create like, I don't know, neo-Nazi social movements in an effort to secure husbands. Another video of right-wing people getting angry for no reason. Oh yeah, I saw this one. Weak men create hard times. And it's a guy using a little lift to raise up the trash. And the punchline to this video is that the person recording it is a construction worker on a construction site. I have seen what construction workers have to do because they've been legally mandated to do it after some other guy got injured by trying to showboat. I don't think you're in a position to make fun of other people. You are like, your entire industry is people like either circumventing or being subjected to stringent safety requirements to prevent you guys from throwing your backs out or like dying.
How does somebody raise or make this type of guy? I have no idea. How do you... I appreciate that Vaush is like, I have seen like 6 or 7 Chinese live leak vote videos, and maybe the like Canadian version of the OSHA video. You know, shout out you Canadians with your psychotic OSHA videos, occupational safety, health and awareness, or whatever. That's nuts. I don't know if you understand this about yourself. I've seen what you people go through. Like, bro, everyone knows you have at best watched a video. Vaush isn't even watching the like videos that I was watching all weekend, where I was just watching dudes fucking hand fold sheet metal without gloves on, like a bunch of fucking psychopaths. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. Watch out, it's normally pretty sharp. My fucking hands are made out of mostly old cow leather by this time, though. just trying to circumvent. You're just trying to circumvent all of the safety precautions that we put in there for you.
You know,
I fucking hate this guy so bad.
Imagine being a construction worker and making fun of other people.
Bro, imagine being a construction worker at all. Imagine standing up. Vaush gotta have a whole fucking big ass poofy sleeves. He got a shape and drape because he's literally made out of pipe cleaners. He's a pipe cleaners and fucking Q-tips with a little bit of a lumpy clay molded onto him. Imagine being a fucking construction worker. Imagine being a pedophile. I mean, what the fuck?
For being slow in doing their job. I'm not, I've seen your goddamn, I've seen what your work looks like, okay? I drive by it every day. We have no idea how heavy that bag is. Can you imagine how mentally ill you have to be to see some like wage?
Oh, hold on. How heavy that bag is? Let me see. Whatever that dude's throwing in that fucking trash, you got a little hand crank. That shit's based.
Worker lifting up a garbage bag this way and being like, let's record it to make fun of them online. Like, can you imagine like where your mind has to be at? Like, why the do you care? Frankly, I think caring about shit like this is a female attribute. You're like a fishwife. You're like a gossiping hen, you know? Like if you were a real man, you would be working on the job site doing work. Instead, you're like a female. You're skipping work to observe others and giggle about it, you know? I don't know.
This confirms that Vaush has been watching my fucking streams. There's never been. Do you know? I don't know if you don't have a little brother. I have a little brother. You gotta watch out what you say around your little brother when they're little. My little brother's like 24 now. He's a fucking engineer and shit. But once upon a time, he was a little scamp, sprinting around doing stupid shit. And if you don't watch out, you just fucking change the entire course of a kid's life by saying something stupid, and then they're just like, oh, I don't know, I thought that you could do backflips on concrete. Like, no, I said that in jest. Okay. God damn it. I said that in jest. Give me a fucking second. Oh my God. But I think that this motherfucker has been watching my shit because he's trying to do me. That is a me impression being done by somebody that doesn't have all of the interior. He just has only seen the surface. This just feels like when I would say that, like, dude, you kind of coming off like a fucking bitch talking about this dude fucking throwing shit in the trash can. Why don't you get back to work, lazy motherfucker? But he doesn't know how to say it, so he's just saying like random. He's just doing random misogyny to try to like attack the fucking masculinity of guys that, like, if they were literally sucking a dick right there within a dress, would be more masculine than him. I'm trying to explain this in Vaush viewer words that they would fucking get. And even that's just so fucking cringe. Like, how is this dude's like a poster boy for like the entire toxic chunk of like, I don't know, pseudo anarchids, whatever the fuck they are. And it's just so fucking sexually charged and fucking weird. And all of this for, I don't know, you seem like you're women. Like, are women okay or are they bad? There's a difference between rocking entire subclasses of people and then using certain things to attack a guy. You have to know the person that you're attacking and say stuff to hurt them specifically. Because if you do just broadly, if you're just like, fucking fat people are always on the sidewalk in the way, then you're just being mean to fucking fat people. And everybody that feels fat is going to be like, nah. You know what I mean? But if you're like, hey, you in the way, motherfucker, could you fucking scoot to the side, or is your belly going to fucking start scraping the side of this Nick Diorio? Then it's a Nick Diorio thing, right? You're attacking that guy. There's a difference between insults. You have to care enough about the person to know them, to hurt them with your knowledge of them. Because otherwise you're just spraying praying through everybody. Vaush is just like, bro, I gotta, in order to try to insult men who literally wouldn't give me the time of day, I gotta drag women through the fucking mud right now. God damn, you just remind me of women. You know what women really want to hear from me right now? How much you men remind me of them and how much they are shit. What the fuck? There's no subtlety. There's no class to it. There's no like, there's no fucking motion, right? There's nothing's put together. Nothing's interlinked. It's just like piss pants horseshit, and it's fucking god tier. He's so bad at commentary.
I don't know. I agree. Weak men create hard times. I just think you got to turn the camera around. So what you're saying is women are bourgeois? I'm saying that, yeah. I'm willing to say that. Not in construction, but similar. I have to ask for help for lifting something over 50 pounds. Listen, you should get out of your phase of wanting to prove how strong you are on the job site once you turn like 22, okay? Because past a point, like every time you lift something heavy, especially something heavy with improper leverage, you're rolling dice. It literally doesn't matter how strong you are, because if the leverage is poor or if something happens, like your muscle strength isn't what's being tested. It's the physical, like it's the lever mechanics of your body and what gives first. Will the tension be placed on the muscle or on the bone or the tendon, you know?
It's your disc. I swear to God, this man has been watching my shit. I fucking know you're in the audience. I can smell your cheap cologne. I know you're out there. This feels directed at me at a certain point, because I know that this motherfucker probably, he hasn't even heard of people's backs going out until I had to fucking castigate old fucking fat neck for it in the debate against fucking Sunday. It's your fucking, you missed every one of the things. Your bones are supposed to, the weight goes on to them, they're bones. The weight goes on to the bones. It's the bones. Also, the tendons and the muscles. You hit all of the things you said are what support the weight in a good motion. In a good motion, every single one of those things is doing it. It's no lever action. It's improper overpressurization of your spinal column and your spinal discs, your discs between your vertebrae. That is what will make your back go out. The one thing that you missed was your fucking meniscus, the gel sacks in between your discs, your fucking vertebral discs, or what you need to not put excessive amounts of fucking torque onto by having a really strong core, which I'm sure yours is made out of nothing but marshmallows and fucking hope at this point. God damn it. God fucking damn it, that's funny. Look, you can't be putting weight on your bones. Inappropriate amounts of weight on the bones while lifting will throw your back out. Shout out to Vaushites. They're gonna come in and be like, I don't know if you know this, but have you ever heard of a sprain? He's not talking about that. We're talking about throwing your back out. It's a specific thing.
And that's not, it's not a strength thing. Like
it's absolutely a strength thing too, by the way, but it's usually a use issue. It's just excessive amounts. And also sometimes it's just genetics. Like you can just have bad, like my entire family's got a fucking rough run of it for their lower backs. And then I just treated mine like extra shit by being in the fucking military. But then I fixed my back by cutting a chunk of it out. Like my back went bad because my fucking whatever, I don't have to remember what it is anymore because it's not constantly in pain. My L5 or something. The top of the number of discs before you get to the next letter of discs, I just got it got overused. I got a use injury in it, and it got fucking arthritis, and then it swelled up, and then it pushed the disc out of place.
You can strengthen your tendons to an extent with regular exercise, but also I've seen construction workers, and a lot of you guys do not look like you're getting up at 6:30 in the morning for a jog, so you've got a lot of weight on you. I doubt you're doing a lot of heavy compound lifting to strengthen.
This is fucking nuts. This is crazy because I know you've never been on a fucking job site before. If you've seen fat construction workers, you've seen them in fucking movies, and occasionally on this or that. There will be it's going to be somebody like a pipe fitter and HVAC. HVAC and pipe fitters can be fat. I don't know what it is about them. Electricians can't be. They'll stop getting jobs because they can't squeeze around and shit after it's built. You can't go work on fucking power plants if you don't have a little bit. But like iron workers, masons and shit, they might have a gut on them. But if you ever go and shake one of their hands, shake a fat mason's hand. Somebody that works with concrete and brick all day, and you're like, yo, what the fuck happened? Bro, what is that? Fucking channel locks per finger? Yeah. Dude, they're in incredibly good shape. That's the shape that they're in. They're construction workers. They're in the shape to do construction work. And like most of them are not like hyper fat dudes. There's fat dudes everywhere. It's a dietary thing because people just eat too much. But like these fucking guys, you ever see a fuck HVAC dude will be fucking, I got him in my fucking family. They'll be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds overweight. And they'll scuttle up a fucking ladder 37 fucking feet in through a hole in the concrete up a straight climb up a fucking thing. You'll see him hanging off of fucking I-beams and shit. Like, oh, I don't know, I think that fat guy can do shit. And then you see that fat guy do like a fucking... Paint and grinding. God damn, it's always the supervisor fat as fuck. Yeah, it's always the Vaush. There's a Vaush on site.
In your tendons in the day-to-day. Just saying, be careful. Men also seem to be proud of ruining their bodies to impress their buddies. Yeah, you're vulnerable to peer pressure, which makes you like weak, you know? Like the strong man will have 18-inch biceps and say, no, I'm going to wait for the crane to come in because I don't think that my big muscles should mean that I have to risk my health completing the job. And the weak man will say, well, I'm going to like overcompensate and perform strength at my, like for personal risk because I would rather.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now. Y'all can either sit there jerking off and, I don't know, wait for the GLG lift to come around, okay? But they're on the other side of the goddamn entire site right now. There's a swamp because it rained yesterday, and they're not driving it through there because they're not good at driving. And so you can either all get together and we can pick up this fucking 12-inch cast iron. I don't give a shit if it's 10 foot long. I've seen people pick up worse. We can all pick this up together and carry it in, or we can wait because we ain't working, we ain't getting paid. We ain't walking home today. We can either finish this now and we can carry it inside, or y'all can wait for the fucking JLG lift to come around tomorrow morning, if at all. You want to build a fucking bridge for it? No? Okay, pick that fucking thing up and get inside. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. It's my last day on the goddamn site. I'm done.
Bear risk to my own body than suffer the shame and indignity of other people judging me for being sensible. Real strength is knowing your limits. Real strength is knowing that injury rarely has to do with testing your limits. Like for every person who injures themselves because they're like lifting a fridge or something and it's just more than their body can handle, there are 20 people who injured themselves because they lifted something that weighs 5 pounds, but because it only weighs 5 pounds, they just like bent down to pick it up with their back a little bit twisted and then they stood up quickly. You know, it's like it's very rarely like actually the strength of the muscle and usually being careless. Yep, bend at the waist, quick twist and a little grab. Absolutely, every time. Twisting, grinding motion. Big 10 hands in a hoop. Yes. Work as lazy as possible so you can work as long as possible. That's right. You know that's right. It's the same everywhere in fascism. For example, here in India, there's a whole craze over muscular Hinduism. A lot of Modi supporters constantly praise him for apparently having a 56-inch chest. Modi does not have a 56-inch chest. Is that a joke? Is that a mistranslation? Do you mean 56 centimeters halfway across? So like 112 centimeters? There is absolutely no way this man has a 56-inch chest. At his height, he would have to be like the biggest guy in the world or something. There's no way. Damn, his tits must be huge. Yeah, he's got a binder on. Trump might be a 56. He's tall and he's got a barrel chest. I'm a 44 and I'm 6'2". So you can like proportion that out however you want. This is what.
Yeah, but this dude's 6'2", but like, let's be honest. I mean, the man's fucking arms are built like fucking noodles. Vaush got that full-on fucking Kermit the Frog build, okay? He looks like a fucking pillow sprouted arms. Vaush, if Vaush got hit with Cheeto dust and they saw him walking down the street, people would be, Le Poisson Steve? Every time I see the Le Poisson Steve, that's what he looks like. He looks like Le Poisson Steve. Et les oranges, et les gens, et les pommes. Le Poisson Steve, Poisson Steve.
Why women
I
are
just want to
ruining
make a
society.
Poisson Steve joke.
That's true. Experts worry of a possible bear market. Aren't we objectively in a bear market right now? Get 56-inch chest workout. Rubal Denkar. What the fuck is this? This guy doesn't have a 56-inch chest. Dude, nobody has a 56-inch chest unless you're like very tall or very fat. The muscle on its own is not enough to bring your... That's mine.
The chest measurement goes across the back. The chest measurement, I'm going to say that the chest measurement goes across the back. It goes around. Okay, let me actually throw this up here because we need to draw some fucking... Let me draw a bodacious boy. Okay, let me draw a thick boy real quick. Show you guys how this works, okay? Look. The human is, let me get some sketch so that I can fucking fuck up a few times, all right? So a human being, right? You got a guy, right? Male. We'll go right like this, okay? So you have your little rib cage, okay? And there's a rib cage. There you go, right? So you have a rib cage. All right. This is just a real quick one so that you can kind of see. So this is your rib cage. Spine, right down through here. You get your fucking hips. I'm just going to draw rough shapes for hips. And then you'll have your organic organs like inside of you, okay? Those are small hips. I'll give you slightly bigger hips. So on your chest, okay? Fucking maybe just a little bit bigger fucking hips. No hips for this boy. Now this is your actual hip bones, okay? That I'm drawing here. So your if you're small as shit, right? Your chest muscles are going to look like this, okay? Even if you're just a chunk, you're going to have chest muscles, all right? And they'll look a little bit like this. And then if you got a little bit of chub to you, you'll have this like, you'll have a little bit of male breast tissue kind of going on. And, big old, what the hell? No, I'm drawing this crazy. What am I doing? It's a fucking rib cage. This is your rib cage. Your fucking stomach's gonna be over here. Your muscles are gonna be right like this, okay? So you got muscles, all right? Got you like this, okay? So you got your muscles, and then if you're a little bit overweight, right, then you're gonna have a little bit overweight kind of action going on. Big belly. Big belly. My wife yelled at me from the other room. Okay, this alone doesn't constitute your back your back. All right, if you're a bigger dude, all right, so you're gonna have some nice fucking chonker fucking maxed out mega tits. All right, these are really really fucking strong. Okay, you got full on fucking Arnie's, right? Back in the day, fucking Arnie muscles. They're going to be like, boom, okay? So you've got these gigantic deals, big fucking arms, whole deal. Your fucking measurements, so your hips down here, right? Come up, stomach, boom, boom, boom. When they measure your chest, your fucking lats are a part of that measurement, all right? And if you're a big fucking guy, and if you do the right kind of exercises, your lats are going to be a fucking massive amount of your fucking upper body size. So you'll have lats, all right, like this, right? So you got your lats, butt out, fucking little stomach right here, bop, 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 bop. Go in, thick boy. Okay. So when you get measured, the tape, you'll actually have your arms. Let me redraw this. You have your arms up. So your pecs are going to be a little bit actually further forward. So you're actually going to be like this. Right? Boop, boop, boop. Hand like that. Other arm like this. Boom. Okay. And so when you're like that, your pecs are now going to be like this. Okay. And they'll slide it underneath. And then you'll have your fucking arms like that. So now you can kind of see how much fucking juice is in a guy. Right? It goes under all of that, right? So your fucking big ass pectoral muscle, and then all of your fucking back is there too. So even if you don't have, you know what I mean, like an extremely developed front chest that's like massive, or even if you're like, oh, that can't be that much, the front of your fucking chest is like here, okay? Even when you're fucking strong, just kind of just do that one, right? And then behind you, you're going to come up and you'll have your fucking lats. And also behind your lats, this fucking erector muscle, right? And it's this gigantic fucking massive muscle. This is the largest part of the male body, right? Circumference-wise, for most guys. Unless you take in the shoulders. The shoulders is going to be like obviously the biggest because it's this plus the shoulders. So like when you see a guy, the male shape, the ideal male shape is this fucking absolute Dorito, right? You should start drawing fucking Bruce Timm guys, and you draw the Bruce Timm fucking man chest, and it's this every time, right? Because that's it. This big fucking area right here is it. And yeah, 56 is a big fella, but it's not impossible to get to. But that's where it is, okay? So yeah, you might have big pecs, but on the back muscles, you know, are going to be your lats, right? So you have your latissimus dorsi right here, your spine, you know. I don't know if I can kind of like get like this, have this guy put his arm up, right? So you have the dude have his arm up, right? And so we've got the lat right here, right? And then this goes up, and then you also have this big ass fucking gigantic thing right here, and the rest of your upper trap. I think this is just the lower trapezius, right? And so you'll have this whole fucking trapezius muscle there. You're like, that's not a real guy, is it? Yes. All right, there you go. That's what I see in the mirror every day. I wish. So like it's just you're huge. It's this gigantic fucking chunk, and then your fucking pecs up there. Drawing some gibberish shapes at the end. Fucking people. I got too many artists watching me. I started getting nervous. But yeah, it's not impossible to have a 56-inch chest, even if you're short. I mean, it's just literally not.
Entire extra foot added to the ruler tape. Even very developed pectoral muscles are not going to push that tape out by a foot. Samsung Dwara, who is the current Mr. Olympia, has a 56-inch chest. Yeah, this is like Mr. Olympia shit. I mean, again, depending on your height. I don't think you got his name right.
You all right? Okay.
Right though, unless you did.
You okay?
Yeah, here we go. The guy on the left, I assume. Like that, I'll believe 54 inches or 56 inches or whatever. Anyway, this is not relevant. This is not germane to the stock market collapse.
I might even be
Wall
that
Street
tall.
consuming in the clutches of another bear market as the Trump administration's tariff blitz fuels fear that the added taxes on imported goods from around the world would sink the global economy. Maybe a bear market's turned 20%. S&P 500 is now down 18.4%. Ooh, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Uh-oh. We're going back down. Is this the S&P 500? Which index are we looking at? Oh no, the Dow, because of the numbers. You know it's bad when the top linked video on AP News is literally just a live feed of the stock market ticker. Like not even any commentary, just like watching it go. That's funny. Man, watching it move this much moment by moment is insane. Normally when you watch the ticker, it does not fluctuate like fractions of a percent. Like not hundredths, but tenths fractions of a percent, second by second. Yeah, every second that passes, it's billions of dollars up and down. It's the last hour of trading. Yes, we'll have to see how it goes. Oh, This is just more hype-oriented reaction. No, it's always hype-oriented reaction. There's not a direct connection between actual market performance, or sorry, I should say like economic reality and market performance. I mean, there's usually like a follow-along. There's like a correlation, but God only knows, you know, how that actually... It's all vibes. But the vibes do matter. Like, the vibes are important. Beep, beep, beep. Oh my God, it just went down to 1.35% down. Just, literally take 1 second to stand up, look back at stock market, $100 billion erased. Oh my God, man. Jesus Christ. Oh, back up, 0.1%. Ooh. All right, okay, we're gonna give that a bit. We're gonna give that a little bit, okay? Beep, beep.
Okay. Well, yeah, Vaush is fucking weird. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed your time on the West Side.